Okay, so I just went over how you could determine, excuse me, how you could determine the equation of a line given multiple choice answers from just the graph that's given. So to review, we pick some points that are at the intersection of grid lines. I wouldn't want to pick this one, right? I can see that goes down -1, but how far does it go in the x direction? Like this right here. We don't know. Is that 1/2 or one and a half, or is it 1 1/3? I'm not sure. So we have to find the points where they actually intersect at these whole number grid line values. So I was able to find this and this. I took these 2 points, put them into the slope equation, found the slope. I just took a look at this y-axis and found the y-intercept, because this line intercepts at that point right there at -2, right there. So just from this form, all I needed was the slope and the y-intercept. Why don't I write that? And the y-intercept. We know from our calculation that 2/3 is the slope and that -2 is the y-intercept. So this is the correct, this is the correct equation. So, well, we're given these options to choose from. How about for something like number 7? What do we do here? There's no options, there's no A, B, C, or D. How do we handle this? Well, same kind of philosophy. We have to pick a couple points that are on this line right here. And I ask you, can I pick this one right here? Well, I wouldn't, because how far is this? I don't know. How about how far is that distance right here? This one right here. If I were to make a dotted line to that point. I don't know how far that is. So we're going to have to pick a point like this one, as you can see, that crosses right at a whole number value. So I can see that this goes 1, 2. Right here. This is 2. What is the y value here? This one goes down 1. So this is -1. We can pick all sorts of points on this one. There's this one right here. That's at an intersection. This is at an intersection. This is. So just for the sake of simplicity, this one goes right through what this is called the origin. This is where it's... How far does it go in the x direction? It doesn't go anywhere, so it goes 0. How about in the y direction? Still doesn't go anywhere, so it's 0. This is the point 0, 0. And this is the point 2, -1. So as we can see, both of those points are on the graph. That's all we need in order to create an equation. So now, I have my 2 points, 0, 0, and 2, -1. What can we do with this? Well, first, I know that, I need a slope. What is a slope? I'm going to write this equation down again, y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. I'm not going to write the labels out with the x and y and stuff. I'm just going to call this the number 1 point, and this is number 2. So everything with the subscript of 2 goes with this second point. So y2 would be -1. Follow along if you're following along. Minus y1. Y1 is here, so that's 0. Over, so x2 would be 2 right there. Minus x1, which is, that's actually right here. That's x1, so that's 0. -1 minus 0 is negative 1, divided by 2 minus 0 is 2. This can't be simplified any further, so this slope, I'm getting slope equals negative 1/2. That's 1/2 of the problem. We know the slope. What else do we need for this form of the equation again? Y equals mx plus b. Yes, we do need a slope. But also, this b is the y-intercept. And again, the y-intercept is where this graph crosses that y-axis, the vertical axis. Where is this graph crossing? It crosses right at 0. You could see that it goes right across here, cross over to 0. So b, in this case, which is the y-intercept, b would be equal to 0. Well, it looks like we have all we need. Taking this equation right here, taking this equation and filling it in for m and b, we have y equals, what is our m? Negative 1/2 x times x, right, plus, well, what's our b? 0. So we could write plus 0, or you don't really have to write it. Equals 1/2 x, negative 1/2 x, I'm sorry. So just to check, I'm going to write down, this is the last problem I did, y equals negative 1/2 x. Now let's see the equation, or the graph that, oh, what's wrong with this? Let's see the graph that's on that problem. That looks awfully similar. You can see the same slope. It passes through 0, 0, right here and right there. And it also passes through 2, negative 1 over here. So this is the correct answer. So what did we need? We needed 2 points, and just with 2 points, I was able to create the equation of a line. I just needed to take those 2 points, convert it into a slope, and I just observed the graph and saw that it crossed the y-axis wherever it did, and that's what my b value was right here. That's what my b value was. And I was able to create an equation off of that.